Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5. I'm at the beach, the Gulf of America, Crystal Beach, or this is actually Gilchrist. And Jeep weekend is over, thank God. And I'm going to do a quick test video. I'm testing cameras on this trip mostly, but I got my Emerson E-Tac with the flat top serrations. And I was curious about how stain resistant this would be to use as a beach knife. So we got the surf. Now we play the waiting game. I'll check in if something happens. All right, it's day 2 at the coast, Memorial Day weekend, and I still have my intake. I dumped it in the water. I'm seeing a little bit of corrosion, but not much, nothing to really care about. It can be buffed out or sharpened up pretty easily. And just for due diligence, I didn't rinse it off last time, and we're gonna let it rest for a little bit more, and then tomorrow I'm gonna rinse it off with fresh water. Or I might do it tonight when I'm done being at the beach. This is gonna test, you know, like a day at the beach swimming and, you know, fishing and stuff, and I'll get back with you with the results. And we're going to have a meat cut test with this knife. We're going to cut either brisket or pork loin. I don't know which one I want to do. Pork loin will be easier to clothe and test the serrations, but I'm kind of wanting to eat brisket. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5. I just got back from the coast, Bolivar Peninsula, Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico. It's your choice what you want to use. And I got to have a good time spending time with my dad, my uncle, enjoying the beach. I got to test out my Speed Graphic 4x5 camera. I'm getting that film developed, and I had a good time. And the point of this video, which, you know, I have my intro already filmed, is to talk about the Emerson 154CM at the coast. And I know this isn't completely fair because this isn't, the stone-washed Emerson. This is the DLC or black coat with serrations. And this is my beetle knife. I use this at work. This knife belonged to my brother first. He got it from a pawn shop at a good price. And I traded for it because he knows I like Emerson. And he likes Emerson. It's just he loves the Triad lock better. But I like it. We both like Emerson designs and their ergonomics, and so he traded this one with me. And my brother installs serrations on our knives. He does the VEF design serrations on our knives, and he was experimenting with the flat top serrations. And I said I wanted them on this knife, and I decided, let's see how 154CM works at the coast as a beach knife, because both me and my brother really love the Salt Series knives from Spyderco. But I kind of want to know, are they really necessary? And I think that, they're good, but if you have a mostly coated blade and you have titanium liners, how saltwater proof is this knife? So some things to keep into consideration. My brother used a buffing wheel to polish these serrations, so they're going to have a finer grain, or it's going to have finer purrs than a stonewash blade or satin blade. So that's something just to keep in mind. But as you saw at the beginning of this video, I dumped this in the ocean twice. Did not rinse it off with fresh water. That's usually a thing if you have something, like a knife or even your scuba equipment. If you go in salt water, you flush it out, after you're done playing in the ocean. So I didn't do that. I went in the ocean, dropped it in the surf, and picked it up, shaked it off, put it back in my pocket. And like I said, this was a 3-day weekend. I dumped it twice on purpose, and we're going to look at the results. And unfortunately, my camera with this lens does not focus up close that well. You can see there's no major corrosion or discoloration. If you look at this with the human eye, which you're just gonna have to trust me, if you spin the light in a certain way, and you really need much better light than what I have in my studio, which is sad, but you'll see that it has like this transparent kind of orangey rust color, but it's not, it's just a layer of discoloration. You're not really seeing like, you know, iron oxide, you know, flaky, you know, completely rust through. It's just surface level rust. And maybe I can zoom in post, but it's like it has a very thin layer of oil or a thin layer of dried Dr. Pepper. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very, very, very thin, transparent layer of that orangish brown color, and you kind of have to play with it in the light. Yeah, and you know, I did run this over the Sharp Maker, but I didn't really go too crazy on it. It's just, you know, I did use it a little bit, not too hard, but it's just, it really didn't do anything to it. Maybe you can see right there. I'll try to zoom in. But the knife did amazing. The knife is totally, I would say, vacation worthy. If you're, I don't know if you live on an island, if you live on the coast and you're in and out of the water on a daily basis, I don't know how well this knife would do. But if you are just going for a week, in and out of the ocean, fishing, kayaking, cutting up stuff, I think a coated Emerson, you know, something that's coated, would work just fine, and I think your edge will be just fine. Now, if this was a satin blade, I don't know, it would probably do a little bit worse. But the 151st CM is definitely adequate to carry on you on vacation. And if you want to carry an Emerson on vacation to the coast, or, you know, I guess even if you want to swim in freshwater, you can do that. And you have a solid knife that you can trust. And like I said, the knife isn't really gritty. I dumped this in the surf, you know, where the sand and the seashells and the water is kind of ebbing and flowing in the tide. And it's not really gritty. So I'm very pleased. And I love serrations. They're great for cutting rope, webbing, nylon, anything fibrous. I think that, well, I don't think I'm testing the flat top serrations. I know that the VEF design serrations are amazing, but this is my beetle knife, and this is what I chose to test out the flat tops with. And I'm going to do two things with this knife, hopefully sometime in the near future. I'm going to do a meat cut test with a similarly sized knife that's plain edge, probably a Cold Steel Recon 1 Tanto 4-inch. That'll be roughly the same size as this. And I want to get me a good thick piece of rope to cut with this. I know that the Cold Steel serrations with those very fine teeth grab very well, but if you cut something really abusive with them, like zip ties, those fine teeth on the Cold Steel serrations can pop off, and that's unfortunate. The good serrations are just not hard use serrations, and that's what I'm hoping to get with these, is a hard use serration. So that's it. I'm Asatsu5, and I'm out.